Today, we're not just going to talk about digital security. Nope, we're actually going to build something together, your very own digital fortress. I'll give you the blueprint, step by step.
But before we start, I've got to ask you something. Just take a second and really think about it. Is your digital life secure? I mean, really secure. We're talking your bank accounts, your private emails, all those photos. How safe do you think they actually are?
Look, that can be a kinda scary question. I get it. But the answer? It doesn't have to be complicated. So instead of just worrying about all the bad stuff out there, we're gonna flip the script. We're getting proactive. Today, we're gonna build that fortress.
All right, so where do we start? Well, every fortress has a front door, right? And your digital world is exactly the same. So let's head right there, to the most common way in. I want you to think of every single online account you have. Your social media, your email, even your work stuff, as a room inside your house. So, the big question is, what kind of lock is on your front door? Is it one of those flimsy little latches, or is it a serious, heavy-duty deadbolt?
And that lock, that deadbolt, well, that's your password. It is, without a doubt, your first and most important line of defense. So let's really dive in and see what a strong one looks like.
I know, it sounds so basic, right? But trust me, this is the absolute foundation of, well, everything. A strong, unique password, that's the key to your entire digital home. Doesn't matter if it's for your job or just for you.
Okay, so take a look at this. On the left, you've got your weak key, something like password 123. You know how long it takes a regular computer to crack that? About 39 minutes. Yeah, not long. But now, look at the strong key on the right. Something long, complex with symbols. How long do you think that takes? Try billions of years. Billions. That's not just a lock, that's the difference between a screen door and a bank vault.
So you're probably thinking, how on earth am I supposed to remember dozens of passwords like that? Well, here's the secret. You don't. You get a password manager. Think of it like a super secure digital keychain. It does all the heavy lifting. It creates these super strong passwords and then remembers them for you. Seriously, it's the best way to get top-notch security with almost zero headache.
Okay, awesome. So we've got a killer deadbolt on the front door now. But a fortress isn't just about the door, right? The walls have to be strong too. And that's where a little bit of daily maintenance makes a huge difference.
And here's one of the easiest things you can possibly do, but it's so powerful. Just shut down your computer or your phone at the end of the day. For real. It disconnects you from the internet, sure, but more importantly, it gives the machine a chance to install those critical security updates. The ones that always need a restart to finish. And this is exactly why those updates are so important. Think about it like this. They're literally patching up little cracks and holes in your fortress walls. And believe me, attackers are constantly looking for those exact little holes to sneak in. So next time you see that update available pop up, don't hit ignore. That's basically your own security crew showing up to do repairs. You gotta let them in.
All right, you ready for a major power-up? We've got the strong lock, we've got solid walls. Now it's time to add another layer of security. An essential second check for anyone who knocks on your door.
It's called multi-factor authentication, or MFA for short. Now, that sounds super technical, but don't worry, it's not. All it is a simple second check to prove it's really you. It's usually something like a code they text to your phone, or maybe your fingerprint, sometimes even a little physical key you plug in. And look how simple the process is. First, you put in your password. That's something you know. Then it asks for that second check. That's something you have, like the code on your phone. Only when you've got both do the doors swing open. It's really that easy.
And here's the absolute game changer. Even if a bad guy somehow steals your password, your key, they still can't get in. Why? Because they don't have that second piece, that thing that only you have. It makes the stolen password totally useless to them. So please, turn this on everywhere you see the option. Everywhere. I'm serious.
Okay, so we've gone over all the main parts. Now let's bring it all together. Here is your simple, straightforward blueprint for building your digital fortress.
This is it. This is your action plan. Starting today. 1. Create those long, unique passwords and grab a password manager to keep track of them. 2. Shut down your devices daily. 3. Install updates the second you see them. And 4. Enable MFA on every single account that offers it. That's it. That's your roadmap.
And if there's only one thing you remember from all of this, let it be this right here. This isn't about some huge, complex project. It's just about small habits, simple things you do every day that add up to really, really big protection.
So I'll just leave you with this one last thought. All your digital stuff, your data, your memories, your privacy, it's incredibly valuable, right? So isn't it time you finally built a fortress to protect it?